Welcome to Your Best Life podcast, where we help you discover your calling so you can live with purpose and clarity. We're Pete and Julie Morrill, your guides, mentors, and lifelong adventurers, and we're here to help you find your true north.
It's this.
You do it your way.
You know, I did it my way.
Okay.
I remember saying that for 49 years,
Good,
so
yeah.
I know
So
that
you
look.
recognize that
Oh
look,
yeah, high school sweetheart.
Okay, I've got to get my script down, so don't crack me up anymore.
Yes, dear.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're honored to speak with Bradley Keffer. Bradley is a dedicated counselor of the Klamath County School District in Oregon. Bradley works with students at an alternative school and encourages them to dream big, find hope, and pursue their vision for life. Besides counseling work, Bradley is a husband, father, and a grandfather. That husband part we were just talking
Yes,
about.
we
That's
were.
the most challenging
Just
part.
you
Yeah.
get that look.
Yeah. And advocates for animal-assisted therapy. He
Absolutely.
also engages his students in equine therapy and humane education, taking them to the Humane Society to care for animals and to participate in community activities. Well, Bradley and I both have histories with Kidder Creek Camp. Our true connection and collaboration has been built through Labrador retrievers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I raise Marble Mountain Kennel dogs, and Bradley enjoys Marble Mountain Kennel dogs. So tell us a little bit about your background, how you got interested and engaged in working with kids, kind of kids that are maybe not typical academic superstars,
Right.
let's just say.
Well, I was one of those kids.
Yeah, okay.
And I would just want to thank my great-grandfather for kind of being that role model.
Yeah.
I love my parents. I love my dad and my mom, but my dad had a drinking problem growing up.
Wow.
So I started kind of burying that stuff in sixth grade.
Yeah.
And then almost up till about 37, I was kind of a live wire.
Wow.
So by the grace of God, I had people come into my life and I paid attention and had a vision about working with at-risk kids because I didn't ever have. So I wanted to be that person that I didn't have.
Yeah. Yeah.
At that young age.
Yeah. And what does it mean from the kids' perspective? What does it mean for you to be in their life? You know, because a lot of them probably don't have a dad, or at least don't have a dad that's really checked in.
Yeah, the most of them live with grandparents.
Yeah.
Because dad's in prison,
Yep,
or dad or mom's in prison, they're gone. And a matter of fact, I've just helped a girl with a track phone just the other day because mom got the food stamps and cards and disappeared for 2 weeks.
Oh,
and
wow.
she hasn't had any kind of communication for 2 months.
Wow.
I thought she dropped off the map. But I finally got a hold of me, and just yesterday, as a matter of fact, I bought her a track phone card.
And I imagine your job is a lot of that little stuff. Yeah, that you're just kind of being a semi-parent to them for when they need it then. Yeah.
Well, and then I have them because I do in the school, Klamath County at Falcon Heights. I do summer school and night school, and once I get engaged with them, I mean generations of kids over the last 26 years.
You probably know their parents, and
I've got parents. I got parents, kids I had as young as I got their kids now. So it
starts to make you feel old after a while, doesn't it? Well, I have kids coming that went to camp, and they'll see me in the grocery store, and they'll say, "Hey, Pete." And they were 12 years old, and now they're 22, and I'm trying to
You're like me. It's so they're all kids.
That's right.
I can't remember their names.
That's right. Hey, buddy. Yeah.
Right. That Kidder Creek. That's just detour a little bit back to that. I think we did that with you for 5 or 6 years with Lutheran Community Services.
Oh, gotcha.
Slept on the ground out there.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah. It is a good experience.
Oh,
and it's good to get kids
my life
out of their normal routine.
Yeah.
I think they can think about life a little bit differently. They can maybe hear from God a little bit differently. They can appreciate nature in a pretty major
huge
way. Yeah.
The trust. I think the whole thing about that Kidder Creek camp was them being able to trust one another.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of a partnership between the kids and the staff.
Yeah.
That we're going to build relationships of trust.
Yeah.
And if you have trust in somebody, that's what works.
Right.
It's like working with the dogs. If the dog trusts you,
Yeah.
and you have the patience
Yeah.
to deal with
Yeah.
the stuff,
Yeah.
then they'll come around.
And we tried to throw kids into situations where they had to.
Oh boy,
you know,
I was in those situations.
They're on ropes
High
courses.
ropes, no,
Yeah.
thank you.
That's right.
The lion head jump was a good one.
That's right.
You
And
know?
then what he's talking about is we take kids rafting, and there'd be places where they could choose. You can jump from 10 feet. You can jump from 20 feet. And they're all pretty bravado until they get up there.
It didn't look good till you.
It doesn't look all that tall from the bottom,
boy.
when you're at the top. Yeah. So a lot of the kids that you're working with, they don't have parents that are the model that they should be in terms of people that are aiming high with their life. So how do you encourage some of these kids to start aiming a little bit higher than just kind of the status quo?
Well, because I kind of know some of their background, and we have new kids rotating in all the time. But when a kid that they give me to start engaging with, encourage them, when they walk through the door, I see them better than they see themselves. So that's always something I work from.
Yeah.
I build a relationship of trust, and trust, you can't earn it. It's given, because if you earn it, then you're working for it all the time.
Right.
So I just slow and easy build that relationship of trust with them. And then I always build on the highlights that they have. Like if they have a revelation or a moment about themselves, then that's where I build from the next. So it's like my ceiling is their floor.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No,
well, it's not. I'm not going to relate to them like training a dog, but you still build a relationship with individuals like we're doing right here, that you would with this, that I'm going to do with this new puppy when I get it home.
Yeah.
The relationships of trust.
Yeah. And some of these kids have never felt respect.
Oh no.
From an adult, maybe.
No,
they've always had somebody look down at them. And then if there's somebody that will respect them, to help them think through, hey, I'm trying to help you. Now you need to help me help you.
Well, and they challenge that, boy. I'm telling you, it's that.
At first, I imagine you get a lot of it challenged.
Yeah, there's some kids that they challenge it, never said a word, introduce them, because I kind of have this thing. Hey, welcome to Falcon Heights. Come on in. This is what we're doing. Anything we can do to help, anything I can help. And some of them don't say a word.
Yeah.
And then this is an incident that just happened. This kid once a year ago came in, didn't say one word, got up, walked away, disappeared for a year, came back this 2 months ago. Now he's in my room every day.
Really?
Comes down to say hi, because there was just that moment that he saw sincerity and honesty.
Right.
Not just some wolf ticket.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're not just being checked off because you're here, but I care that you're here.
Absolutely. And then always owning my stuff, because we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
I get out there. It's kind of like making promises that I can't keep.
Right.
So if I own those broken promises, or where I mess up, it really builds that relationship, because no one's ever owned anything.
They've never had a parent that has owned and most of their parents probably.
I'll do like this broken pinky promise. I said, you can break the pinky, but you can't break the promise.
There you go.
They love it.
Yeah. Interesting. We know you're passionate about dogs, animals, and you've incorporated some of that into working with the kids, the equine and all that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that's we specifically choose groups of kids, and not necessarily kids that know each other, but because it's all about that relationship of trust. It's like the falling thing, trust me.
Right.
So we'd put groups together, specific groups, and we'd go to a double C and work with the dogs there, the animal shelter, work with dogs there. And then their personal horse owners that they're around the valley there that let us come out and groom. And picket feet and clean stalls. That's the other thing, they get right in there and shampoo the dogs. They clean up the kennels and feed the dogs and walk the dogs and hold cats. The Humane Society was a big one. They loved that place.
Yeah. Well, they just have an opportunity to care. And there's nothing more unconditional than the love of an animal.
Oh boy,
especially a dog. Cats, maybe it's a little conditional.
Right.
Especially if you're giving them shampoos
or cleaning the litter box.
Yeah. Well, then it's conditional on the other side. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that I think, at least for me, my dog always just showed me unconditional love, and that's what these kids need.
Yeah, that's
so much.
what we do.
Yeah,
and then hold them accountable as they hold me accountable, or even as teachers. Because Falcon Heights has its own teachers: math, science, social studies, history. So we all hold the kids accountable when they show up. I once had a math teacher. He a really good math teacher, but he was stuck in the old ways. About the third week I was there, he showed me about 25 tardies. And I said, those aren't tardies, dude. 25 kids showed up. And he never took another attendance again.
But with those kids, you can't, just if you can show up, then
Right, they showed up.
Right.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. And would you say that these kids are generally undershooting themselves?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because of their upbringing, they've always been told you're no good in some of the languages that they've had to hear and even see that stuff. They come in pretty darn gun shy, I would say, in that kind of language, but just no trust whatsoever with most of them, or half of them, with an adult figure, because they've been lied to their whole lives or witnessed some of that stuff,
You've probably had, well, in your job, you can't have 100% success.
Oh no,
you're just shooting to have 2 or 3 of them out of 10 maybe that are gonna say, hey, I want to make a difference, or I want to be different in terms of.
When I was at Street Outreach Program, Falcon Heights, I used to find, because I worked with homeless and runaway kids for IYS.
Yeah.
So my job.
How do you find homeless kids?
Oh, word of mouth. You go down on the park and you hang out with the kids that are down there skating. I walked up with the outreach cards and just said, "Hey, I'm Bradley Keffer. I got an outreach program. I bridge the gap between homeless and runaway kids and services." So once you get that first connection, then they just come. I was invited to a Halloween grunge party to hand out cards. It was like, I'm going to do this against the wall, but I handed out probably 75 to 100 business cards, or I would say business cards, and that just blew up. That 3 years in a row was just huge.
Wow.
Before I transitioned over to LCS.
So there's that many homeless young people.
Yeah, and homelessness is anywhere where they don't have, I would say, solid bed, solid place to eat. So they're couch surfing. If a kid's ran away and he's couch surfing, they're homeless.
Yeah. It is amazing that they're pretty much undetected by the
they're
rest
under
of
the radar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a little room, just a teeny little room off an alley when I first started, and it was just a little box, but they would slide down the alley and slide up into that mezzanine area, and it started out with 2 or 3 kids, then the whole mezzanine area just full of kids and art. And
they literally are coming underneath the radar.
It was great.
Yeah.
And I will say, with Falcon Heights, when I was doing that, I'd go find kids at that school when they were up at a smaller facility. And I think they were running 3 to 5 to 7 to 8 kids through for graduation.
Yeah.
We did 125 kids this last fall.
Wow.
Through that program.
That is great.
Yeah.
Tell me, maybe pick out 1 or 2 that are kind of success stories that are kids that just decided, hey, I don't have to shoot for the bottom. I'm going to listen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this just not too long ago, I had a guy. And I still don't even remember his name. But I got, hey, Cap, right? He goes, and this is, how many years later? This is 10 or 11 years later. This kid calls me, and I'm like, who is this? And Hernandez is his last name. And I don't know if you remember me, but the things that you taught me and engaged with me. He's one of those kids. This is an example. I said, we're cooking, getting hot dog sticks. Okay. This is Kidder Creek stuff.
Yeah.
And they go, what's a hot dog stick? So I go, come on with me. You know, I had my knife, probably shouldn't have had that. But did hot dog sticks. He never forgot it. So he called me. He was in the military. He said he wanted to thank me so much for just the time I spent with him.
Yeah.
And another gal, a little native gal, loved her to life. And she's just another success story that went through the program and is now in the Air Force.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. Getting things caught up. And there's a shift that takes place when they believe in themselves.
Yeah.
So always I'll go back to this, seeing them better than they see themselves.
Yeah.